Hi guys, welcome back. It's been forever. It's been over a week since the last time. I kind of knew it would happen when I had history class. Oh, my mini map's not loading there. It will. Anyway, yeah, I knew that would I kind of had a feeling that might happen when I had history class because the homework was not the homework. The final paper was just a huge project, and I put most of it off, of course, until the last minute. So I ended up mostly doing that all last week. So yeah. Anyway, I'm back. This week, what we are gonna do, I'm gonna try and do 2 videos this week. This first one, after my introduction, I'm gonna stop talking, put everything on mute, and I will load up one of my interviews. I had said last week that I wanted to load up Canada Grrl's interview, so that's what I'm going to do. Bear with me because I will be trying to figure out how to do that with the programs that I have, because of course I'm poor and not exceptionally well-minded with the electronic gadgets and the programming aspects of things. But I'll get it. I know I will. I just might not get it flawlessly the first time, but we'll just see how it goes. And what I'm going to be doing in the background for this video while I'm doing that is I'm going to be doing Divination. So if you have yet to check out Divination, it's so easy. So I don't know why you would have to have this video to figure it out, because I think you could probably figure it out just by going through the basics with the people who I'm going to go to and talk about doing this. But I got to get rid of all my stuff first. But just in case, if it's not, something's not making sense on it or something like that, I will be doing it, so you guys will have plenty of opportunity to figure out how it works if you don't already know. And oh, I could eat off of this menu. That's funny. Deposit, 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 deposit. Everything. Oh, my throat is still a little sore. Well, that's weird how that does that now. They have changed everything. That's alright. And then closed out my bank. That's not right. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it just has to get done. So, yeah, let's run over here. We'll get the introduction of Divination out of the way, and then I will go quiet. But of course, I will be silent and I will put the game on mute, but you will be hearing the interview instead, so, or you should be, if everything works out. If everything doesn't work out, you're not going to hear this anyway, so whatever. So glad you asked. I'm Orla Fairweather, and these are my colleagues. We're pioneers.
So glad you asked. I'm Orla Fairweather, and these are my colleagues. We're pioneers researching the art of divination.
Nothing like the voice catching up with me in the middle of saying it. Divination? You mean like reading tea leaves, casting bones, that sort of thing?
Oh no, this is much larger. Here, we are dealing with the energy of the world. The fate of Gillinor may be determined by our actions.
Wow, that does sound interesting.
Oh yes, it's early days, but we've had exciting results already.
Really? Tell me about it. Can I start trading divination myself?
Of course. We could use all the help we can get. The first step is to gather a memory. The wisps to the south will do. See how you get on and come back to me if you need help.
Okay. So, after here, tutorials are going to take over. Um, I really, truly don't think that you need to have me talk you through it. But I like how the arrow stays there, even though that's not what I want. Anyway, task complete. So I'm gonna go quiet. It's gonna take about um, 9 minutes something. Oh, memory critical fragment, memory fragment, whatever they are. Anyway, yeah, I'll go talk to her in a minute about that. Um, I love how I can stay on topic. Don't you just love it? Anyway, her interview was about 9 minutes and 15 seconds, something like that. So, um, that should be how long this is. If I run long, I might just cut this off and not come back and say goodbye. Because I am not sure how I'm going to be estimating the time right now, except just to be kind of guessing at it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the interview. It's from about 2 years ago, but I'll have all of that information in the video after when I get it uploaded. So, ta-ta for now. Hi everybody, this is Kitty Hawk with Rune Headquarters Radio, and I'm talking today with Canada Grrl.
Hello there.
So, I know you from playing Runescape. Would you like to tell everybody how we would know you from in-game?
Well, in-game, I've become sort of known for penguins. Get a lot of requests for them. I'm the author of a thread that tells the penguin locations each week. So also helping out with the clan chats and calling out locations. So helping people get free experience, a popular thing.
I know we all love free experience.
Yep, that's why people love penguins.
And how did you first get started with helping out with this clan chat?
Basically, I'd read about the update on the RuneScape forums on the homepage, and I thought, that sounds really interesting. So went around looking for penguins, and a friend of mine said, oh, join this clan chat. And then joined it, started looking for penguins, and started calling out locations and helping out within the clan, just to help people find the other ones, because they can move quickly. And then just from there it grew and just started spending more time in the clan chats and meeting more people and having more fun with it.
So you would say that helping out the other people is what keeps you coming back to it?
Absolutely, positively. It's just the joy of meeting all the people and knowing that it is helping others and just the fun of it, meeting some just fantastic players. And I know for myself, one of the early experiences I had that really cemented it for me was once I was in the swamp and I was dying quickly, as I'm tending to do. And I called out saying, oh, I'm losing HP, need some food. And about 5 different people came to help me. And I thought that was just a wonderful thing. And that commonly happens. And it's just great to see.
So how long have you been interested in video games?
Well, this particular one is really the first sort of an online multiplayer game. And that was about 1.5 years ago when I first started playing RuneScape. But I have played things like The Sims in the past, Zelda, things like that. But you would never really call me a true gamer.
Do you call yourself a gamer now?
I don't like to think so, but I suppose I kind of am. For the amount of hours I spend on here and the involvement I have, yeah, I might be now.
So RuneScape was the first game you ever played. Did you have any experiences with any other games before that?
It was probably the first one. Before, again, it was more individual games, things like The Sims or something like Zelda, something that you had on your own computer. But yeah, this was the first one as an online, sort of as a bigger thing. I can definitely remember Pong, and I remember just being thrilled by it, and it's just kind of funny when you look back. I mean, I was always at the arcade, loved Space Invaders, loved Pac-Man, things like that. And would play occasionally with other friends, but never really got hooked, I suppose, is really the more key thing. And as an adult, picked up on Sims, and that can take over your life as well. So played that for a little while, but yeah, I suppose I was never really hooked. But this, yes, RuneScape has, so maybe from here on in I am now a gamer. But I have to say too, RuneScape has really sparked an interest in other games and just the worldwide gaming industry, and that there's so much online and it is so interesting with so many other options out there.
Well, with being such a big presence in the RuneScape community, I'm sure that you've had your run-ins with scammers, hackers, and the like. Would you care to tell us about any scamming experiences you may have had?
Actually, I have to say, I've had a fairly innocent life in RuneScape. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories and things of, ways you can be scammed and about your weapons, losing party hat, getting nothing for them, things like that. I don't have anything of great value, I suppose. So people haven't really targeted me. So in regards to hacking and things, I've never had a problem with that either because I'm quite aware of protecting your account, protecting your password. But I have heard of the stories and, seen a few incidences. If you're standing around the GE, you can see a lot of things happening. But I have to say, I have seen, the negative aspects of RuneScape in the sense of, people bullying others or trying to cause trouble, things like that. And like I said, I've heard a lot of stories about hacking and scamming going on.
Have you ever found yourself in the position of giving somebody advice over any of the bullying or the scamming?
Yes, quite often actually. A lot of people will just PM me just to talk or just to say hello. And quite often I hear a lot of stories, things that they've lost, weapons or lost items. And the bullying aspect, quite definitely. In Penguins, we'll get trap breakers and things like that, and people will become abusive. They'll call other people names, tell them that they're noobs for doing this, and so there is a lot of talking with people, trying to explain to them that it's not personal. That's a key thing. Try to get across to the other players that they're not attacking them. It's really more coming from their issues. So yes, it does come up quite a lot, and also with a lot of younger players being on RuneScape. They'll come and just to chat with me or just to tell me things that are going on in their lives. So I'll hear stories, about things that are going on, and definitely I try to help them or point them in the right direction of where to go.
So when you are not penguin hunting, what do you enjoy doing on RuneScape?
It's been so long. I would have to say actually quests. I really did like quests before penguins came around, and I did a lot of them for being like I think a level 80 or something like that when I first started penguins. I had probably 200 quest points still at that point. So I really enjoyed the quests because I like the storylines and just all the thought that's into them. And in regards to skilling, I like farming. So I've been doing that lately as well, trying to get that up.
Well, that's one thing that should mesh well with the penguins because you have to run all around RuneScape anyway. You might as well take a few seeds with you and plant some farming patches while you're there.
Yep, absolutely true. I know when we ever have an Entrana penguin, immediately hops get planted every week.
What would you say recently, except for penguins, has been your favorite update?
Oh, that's a hard one because there's been so many updates. They've been changing a lot of things. I would have to say the forum pictures, the avatars on forum pages, has been really neat to see everybody's faces, and it's amazing that although there pretty much are only two faces, one male, one female, it's amazing how many differences there are. You throw on a different hat, you get some different hair, a little bit of different skin coloring, and it's an individual person. So it's really great to see that. I think that's really added something to forums, and it's a lot of fun to see.
I love that too. I'm not a real big forum person, which would amaze people who know me from Rune headquarters to know I really don't like the RuneScape official forums, but I do love the avatar.
And I think it's helped also to bring some people to RuneScape forums. I know the first week that it came out, we had so many posters on the thread. I think just so that they could look at themselves, which is fine. And I know that if ever I change a hat or change my look, I get a lot of comments on it. So it's kind of, it's like the fashion pages now.
What is your favorite hobby away from computers?
I always hate that question. What are your hobbies? I would have to say reading is a great passion of mine. At first I would think that would be completely opposite to computers, sort of the first thought that went through my head, but I think it's similar in the sense that you're entering another world that someone has created with different characters and actions, and you can immerse yourself in that. So for me, reading a book is wonderful to be able to get involved in that situation and those characters and their lives. And in RuneScape, I suppose I'm doing similar activity. So I suppose they are kind of linked in a way. But yeah, I would definitely love to curl up with a good book.
What kind of books would you pick?
I probably have a varied interest, really. I really will read anything, from mystery to thrillers to fiction, nonfiction. I do tend to read a lot of historical novels, though. That sort of is more where I look, but I'll read anything, really. Actually, funnily enough, just as an aside, reading is what got me into RuneScape, if that makes any sense.
So do you follow the Tales from the Tavern at all?
Oh, is that the one written by Maud Mark?
I'm not sure who writes it, but they write about the histories of RuneScape and people in RuneScape as backstories or side stories to some of the quests.
Yeah, I do like those. Yeah, I've read a few of them. They are really good. I admit I haven't read all about my different gods. That's something I do need to read.
Couple of not so personal questions, just quick. Favorite kind of music?
Ooh, again, like my reading choices. I like a lot of different kinds, but I would probably pick jazz first.
Nice, very upbeat.
Yeah, I like that.
Favorite movie of all time?
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is really one of my favorites.
Favorite food?
Does Mom's Christmas dinner count for that? If I have to pick just one thing, toast. I love toast.
Mechachomp's famous question, do you like waffles?
Oh no, I was hoping I wouldn't get asked this. Yes, of course I love waffles. Who doesn't?
Alright, well thank you for coming to talk to us.
Well, thank you very much, Kitty. I want to say I was quite pleased and surprised and honored that you asked me to be part of the radio. This has been great. I want to say thanks to everyone at Rune HQ who sent me notes and welcomed me to the forums. It's been great. Thank you.
Alright everybody, I'm back, and if I estimated that right, you'll hear this part of the video, and if I didn't, then I guess you probably won't. But when I was talking about doing this part, I was talking about the 10 minutes or so that it would take me, that it would allow me to train this while I was while the video was going on, or while the audio was going on, the interview was going on, would I guessed would allow me maybe to reach 8 levels. 8 or 10 is what I was thinking. I only reached 6, but you know what? It was only 10 minutes. But this is a really, really, really easy skill to train, and it looks like it's really useful. I haven't really tried it out yet for what you get from it, but I'm fairly impressed with what they came up with for this skill. Um, you know, it'd be one of those things that I would love to talk to the person who created this skill and see if it came out the way that they expected it to, and the way they envisioned it when they first thought it up. But currently, I'm not doing interviews anymore. We'll hold out hope for the future though. But anyway, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed hearing from Canada Grrl. Her penguin chats are still as popular as ever. Penguins are still really fun to hunt, so I hope you get out there and you do your penguin points every week. Anyway, I will see you, talk to you, hear you. Well, I'll think about you next video. Thanks, and have a good day.